If these stones could speak, they would speak of reeds and rushes. If these stones could speak, they would speak of the water's edge, lapping, slapping on their faces and laughing. If these stones could speak, they would speak of people who have passed them by, alongside, up the bank, over the years. The joggers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop, 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 and stretch, and stretch, and stretch, and stretch.
The dog walkers.
Morning.
Morning.
And others.
Piper, you're on.
Aye, aye, skipper.
Kingfisher.
Ducks. There are always ducks. If these stones could speak, they would speak of the years and the years, of tumbling, of turning, of waterborne rolling and rumbling, to reach this point, to reach the beach, together, together, together. If these stones could speak, they would speak of leaves bustling, trees whispering in the gossipy breeze. They tell of a boy. A boy by the water's edge, stones slipping and crunching underfoot. Us. Underfoot, underfoot. If these stones could speak, they would speak of a boy on the pebbly beach, wishes he could put it all back. Wishes he could put it all back, to the beginning, to the source. They would speak of a boy who takes up a stone flat and round like a little O. Turns it, tumbles it, cold in his hand, firm as the reeds are lithe, solid as the rushes are sinuous. A moment, another, a breath held, an arm drawn back, bow-shaped like a bend in the river. And then, a small stone skimmed. Arcing over muddy knots and rocks, bottles and bags, among the grassy clumps, launched above the evidence of men. Sunken trolley with a rusty wheel breaks the surface. Water kisses metal mesh. Skaters scatter and a paper boat drifts towards the sea. Swans nod imperiously. Ducks flap, quacking, wings smacking on the surface. A lost shoe tapping. Little stone slips, trips, skips, and sinks. Ripples form and spread, foaming bubbles. Young, fresh, playful. Laughter at the sinking little stone, clustered together again as one, like pebbles on a beach or mercury slip, resealing the watery skin of the surface. As the smooth little rock spins and sinks, tumble down, returning to the source. Tumbling, tumbling, down, down, down. Which way? Which way? This way. No, this way. Here it comes. Here it comes. Ah! Hello, little stone. You shouldn't be here. You better come quickly. With us. Come away. With us. With us. stones could speak, the little stone would have explained that it couldn't swim at all. It could only fall, deeper and deeper.
Swim away, little stone, swim away. Which way? Which way? This way? No, this way. Really? Maybe I forgot. Forgot what? What? This way. No! Here it comes. Ah! Swim away, little stone, swim away.
Shafts of light slice through tangled roots, searchlights on the twisting, spinning, sinking little stone. Plunging past the bird-beak broken shallows. Kingfisher colours flicker-flash above. Among now distant voices from the fresh air folk. Calls unheard in an unseen world.
Swim away, little stone, swim away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Swans' legs dabble and pad, odd quirks in the grace of sunken grasses. Toads kick by, flat-footed swimmers with the tiger marble eyes.
Read it. Youth of today, little stone. No river sense, no time, no nothing. Remember nothing.
But always so busy, rushing about, hustle bustle.
Read it. Ah, yes. Another stone plummets. Seen many stones before, seen many things before, but I've never seen a kingfisher that didn't get his lunch.
Goodbye, little stone. Happy landings.
Read it.
And the little stone fell, deeper and deeper.
Stone.
Where you headed?
There's nothing down there worth exploring. In the depths,
In the dark?
just big fish and stuff. What's the hurry? Stick with us. Life's a peach when you're a leech. Hey, little stone.
Where you headed?
You'll find us useful, guaranteed. We're the guys with our fingers on the pulse. We're attached. We just have a kind of bad reputation. Hey kid,
What do you say?
stick with us, you'll be okay. What do you say, hey?
But even if the little stone had understood what the leeches meant, he couldn't have stayed.
Hey kid, come on.
A response would be nice.
It's like getting blood out of a... Huh. You keep on going, kid.
You're clean out of luck.
Don't you mind us? Sheesh, being a rock sucks. I'd rather have a bad reputation. reputation.
And he couldn't have politely declined or accepted, as the little stone had no words and no way of stopping. He could only continue falling deeper and deeper, light fading, final bubbles floating up and popping overhead, mud churning, weakened sunlight catching, spitting specks rising, the little stone sinking deeper and deeper, down, down, down. Deep waters, cold, dark, quiet. A long shivery wave from the breezy beach above, the river's edge lapping, slapping on the stones. Beneath the toes of a boy who wishes he could put it all back. Little stone wishes he could go back too.
Well, you're a funny kind of fish. No flounder or stickleback. You've got no fins. Not even a scale or two. You're no dark dweller. Who are you, funny fella? If you ask me, you look like a stone. What are you doing down here all alone?
And if the little stone could speak, he would have explained to the fat flounder fish that he didn't really wish to be there at all, in the dark and the deep, but would rather be placed back above on the beach.
Well, I don't know. What have we here, Mr. Flounder, do you think? Tut, 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 tut. A stone that can swim? Ridiculous thing. But you get all sorts down here nowadays. Last Tuesday I came back from Oxbow Lake. I'd been visiting a friend at the river's bend. The undertow swept by with the weirdest thing. Shaped like a foot, but hollow with a string.
A shoe, Mr. Carp. It was a shoe.
Bless you, Mrs. Pike.
Well, I didn't much care for it. And it couldn't swim for all the tea in China. No fins, you see. Only those stringy things. Better off being a flipper. At least it would have been able to swim. Absolute shambles. Now in my day...
Oh, don't. Please don't. So negative, carping on and on. This poor little thing is quite obviously lost.
He's a very funny-looking fish.
Can't swim very well. Better at sinking. Thinking they can all come down here, swim in our waters. I don't know what they're teaching in schools these days. I blame the bureaucrats. All that red tape, I say. Hoops to jump through, now in my day.
Enough, Mr. Carp, enough, enough. All you do is huff and puff. Through flood and drought and shifting sands, always ready with a terrible moan. Though you've really nothing to complain about, poor little stone, They don't understand, but I can see. You've fallen down from the upper land.
Do you know, Mrs. Pike, I think you're right. Our visitor's out of his depth.
Little stone, grab hold of my fin. I'll take you in.
Mrs. Pike, you're very polite, but at the risk of being a minnow who moans, there's no hope left. Our visitor's fallen too far from home. You'll have to let him go.
And if stones could reach out, the little stone would gladly have stretched out a hand for the warm fin of Mrs. Pike. But the little stone could not reach out and could only continue falling further down, deeper and deeper. Silence, and silt, cast up in a brief cloud round the little stone's landing on the river's sandy bed. And the cloud settles back down to bedrock, crowning the little stone in a dusty veil. And all is still. All is quiet. All is peaceful. And if stones could speak, the little stone would sigh and announce to his new kingdom that he was glad to finally be at rest, as he was tired of the endless tumble, glad to arrive on the crystalline rocks lying at the base of the rich river, untouched, unheard, unseen. And the little stone thought, if he could just sit still, very, very still, lodged into the royal river's seat, then he could be very glad indeed to sit there forever and ever, silent, still, and at peace. At the start of the day, foaming bubbles make their way up through the But if these stones could speak, they'd tell of a motherfish diving down, down, down to her nesting eggs, flicking her tail to wake them. And if these stones could speak, they'd tell of a tired little stone nodding in his sleep, woken by a flicking tail and a warm fin. They'd tell of a little stone scooped up and carried up, up, up.
Goodbye, little stone, funny little fish. Bless you, Mrs. Pike.
Goodbye, little stone. Watch out for that undertow.
They tell of a little stone, dreaming a dream of sunlight, breaking through dark waves.
Catch you later, little stone. Remember, life's a peach when you're a leech. Take care, little stone.
I've seen many things before, but I've never seen a fallen stone return.
They tell of a little stone awake as the surface breaks.
Goodbye, little stone, goodbye. Watch out for the great giant beak.
And if these stones could speak, they'd speak of a fishy tail, flipping with a flourish on the water's skin, smooth as a bow's bend, as skaters scatter and ducks' wings smack the surface in surprise. They'd tell of soft moss rocks and algae pebbles, cradling, cushioning the landing of the little stone among them once again, held firm and safe against the river's tide, together, together, together. They tell of a boy who saw a fishy whisker twitch, a tail spitting back a skimmed stone with a smile. A boy who saw sunlight slice through dark waters, strike silvery schools, minnows flitting, saw a kingfisher colours flicker, flash and glance of mercury pools. A boy who walked back up the riverside, saw people passing, jogging, walking, laughing, talking, living, together, together, together. If these stones could speak, if these stones could speak. If these stones could speak, they'd speak of the reeds, they'd speak of the leaves, and they'd speak of the trees. They'd speak of the voices passing them by, they'd speak of the earth, and they'd speak of the sky. If these stones could speak, if these stones could speak, if these stones could speak.
They tell of a boy,
They tell of a
forlorn and alone, how he came to the beach and he left it a stone. He wished for the past and a happier day. He gripped on the rock and then cast it away. They tell of a storm,
They tell of a storm,
too far from home,
too far from home,
falling alone.